Hi, this is week 21 of Brave Eduardo / Dot Dreams devlog. This week is actually quite slow. The interesting thing was I was invited by my high school teacher from 8-9 years ago to a high school near Malibu, and I got to talk to a bunch of students about what it's like in game design and what tips and tricks I could give. And that actually got me to think about a very interesting topic, and I think it's also quite common within the entrepreneurial sphere. When I presented to them, I presented generally what I said about last week, which was the 3 reasons why you shouldn't do it and 3 reasons why you should. So I was actually quite straightforward and quite, I wouldn't say realistic about everything, and I actually put a lot of emphasis on what is bad about game design. And I'm really curious I wonder if it's a good idea to destroy a kid's innocence or fascination of the world. Now, what does that mean? I think there is a general conception that the more knowledge people have, the better, and the earlier you get it, the better. But I think I didn't get that talk when I was younger, and I'm thankful that I went through and gained the experience on my own. And I think because I obtained all these knowledge myself, it stuck to me a lot better. When I was actually before I said that, there were 2 kids I remember in this classroom that had crazy good artwork. Both girls, actually. They were also the first 2 that sat right in front of me, so I could see their work. But these 2 girls, I saw their art, and they were really, really good. And that actually makes it hurt a little bit more that I kept telling them, hey, this is not economically sustainable. This is not probably the best idea, or this is actually really, really hard work. Because I feel like these are experiences and things that they should learn on their own. And I literally walked in, I just walked in and told them, yeah, you know what, this is the hardest thing you can do. And I know there are some parents who are listening to this video, and I'm curious would you want your kids to lose their fascination towards developing games? Because it is a hard environment, and I can see all the possible reasons why you'll want to know it first. But learning how hard things are is a process on its own. It is an experience they have to earn too. And I think this really taps into the 2 types of personality that I've heard a lot. Like, I'm the type where I don't really listen to people when they tell me, oh, this is the right way to do. I kind of go like, yeah, well, we have different skills, different backgrounds, so I'm gonna be somewhat hesitant. And then the other type is someone more like my friend that I talked about last week, which is I want all the information possible so I can make the best decision. And I get, obviously there is no one right or wrong. I keep saying that. There's no one right personality that fits this industry better. But what I'm trying to say is, I wonder if I am in the position to be robbing these kids of the pain and suffering that they should go through. And this sounds kind of weird, where it's like, oh, kids have to go through the pain and suffering. But I really do mean it, because when you go through the pain and suffering, well, for one, your accomplishment is way more personal. You had to make sacrifices, a lot of unexpected things that you never knew until you walked in yourself. And like I said, I went through that, and I feel like kids should go through that too to really get there. But I don't know. I'm trying really, really hard to empathize the other side, and I'm probably not doing the best job. But anyhow, there was a kid in the same classroom that later emailed us and asked what are the several ways well, for one, he asked, since he told me that his parents don't really support what he's doing, and what are ways to get around that, and also if there are ways to avoid the trial and error. And I think that's what sparked this conversation of whether or not you want to skip these trials and errors, because that is what makes your journey yours. And I know I keep repeating that, but that trial and error part is a thing that everybody wants to, well, a lot of the kids, or in general people in society, want you to skip that part, because that makes sense. You can improve a lot better if you had some experience from behind. But you just don't get that kind of understanding of the world and of the journey if you don't go through it yourself. Anyways, I'm ranting on. I think this week is a little bit slow. Dhruv is still out, and I'm currently just working on the mini boss by myself. I finished a procedural generated dungeon last week, so this week I was just taking it very, very easy. The Spix animation ended up a lot better than I wanted it to be, which is great. So the next thing what I'm going to try to do actually is Annie actually wrote out the general storyline of the game now, so I'm actually going to just try to animate and do the whole game's story with what we have now. I don't think I should wait, and I'll be honest, I'm a little bit sick of playing Magic. I've been playing a lot of Magic this week. So I'll see. This week is a little bit shorter, and I think most people are happier about that. So I will see you guys next week, and have a good weekend. I will be going to Joshua Tree. I'll come back a lot darker. Ooh, Freudian slip. All right, see you guys.